All right, everyone, so we're gonna be making some of my famous New York style pizza. Love that jar. All right, I'm gonna start with 540 grams of water. So I'm gonna add my water first. So that's 543 grams, a little bit more, which is fine. 80 grams of whole wheat. Some bread flour, 755 grams. 756, close enough. I'm gonna use this is just a dough mixer. I'm not exactly sure what this is called. You don't have to use this, but I'm just gonna mix it up. And I'm just looking to get all the water incorporated. Okay, so I'm done with that mixer. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix by hand. Just the dough and the water. And now we're gonna let it autolyse for about a half an hour. I try and always autolyse my dough. If I can form habits, that help, then I will. So I let everything autolyse. We'll cover it, wait a half an hour, and then we'll come back and add the rest. It's been, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes. Nothing dramatic happens. It just absorbs the water. And now I'm gonna add all my ingredients. A teaspoon of yeast. And I'm just throwing it in there. So I think this is about 14 grams of sugar. This is 25 grams of olive oil. I'm not gonna add it all, I'm just gonna add some for now. And I just wanna mix this up a bit. And I'm not doing anything special. I can do it on the counter just to show you. I'm just really squeezing it and sort of mixing it. You just wanna mix it up. You don't have to, there's no real technique here. I wanna put it back in the bowl. This is 25 grams of salt. And then I'm definitely gonna add the rest of this olive oil. And this is where it kind of gets, it's a little squishy. And so if you have a stand mixer, you can definitely do this on low just to mix it first. I just want to get all that sugar, the salt, the yeast, everything just incorporated. All right, that's it. I'm gonna put it back in the bowl. And again, I'm gonna let it rest for probably another half hour. This has been resting for about half an hour. And I'm just gonna give it like a stretch and a fold. I don't have any real techniques here. I just like to stretch it a little bit. All right, another half an hour. All right, back again. I think I did one stretch and fold. I'll do another stretch and fold. Or I don't know what this is. This is sort of like a Play-Doh pull and roll. I like to kind of do that. I don't know what that's called, but it's kind of fun. All right, now I gotta separate it. All right, close enough. Now they don't have to be exactly perfect, but you wanna be within, probably 10 grams because you're gonna be making pizza doughs out of these and you want them to be fairly consistent. All right, so this is gonna be kind of my final shaping, and I'm just gonna shape them into balls and then I'll stretch them. So I'm just putting it on there and just pulling it, and then I'm gonna add them to my bowl. And it tends to stick. So I'm gonna add a decent amount of olive oil. I'm gonna put topside in first just to get it covered. And you can see it's a good coating on there. And I'm just rubbing it and making sure there's oil all over, because these bowls, again, they tend to stick. Okay, that's it. That's the last one. And then I'll cover these up. And that's it. We will see you tomorrow. So the pizza stone has been in the oven preheating for about an hour and a half. We've been kind of busy, so it's been about an hour and a half. You want to preheat your stone for at least 1 hour. You want it nice and hot. And it's at 550 degrees. That's as high as my oven will go. So let's get started with this dough. I'm just gonna add some flour. You can also do this on a plate. You can, put a thick layer of flour on a plate. This is what I made yesterday. This has also been out for about an hour and a half when I turned on the oven. Depending on how much your dough rose, if it didn't rise that much, then let it sit on the counter for 2 to 3 hours, okay? If it rose, if it doubled in size since when you put it in, then you're good to go. Okay, so step one is just to get it onto the flour. Get some of that olive oil that it's been sitting in so it's not so sticky. And I'm just gonna push on the sides here, just where my crust is gonna be. And I'm gonna push out. Whatever's exposed is really gonna form your crust. But I wanna sort of get it started. And then I'm gonna pick it up and I'm just gonna let the weight sort of stretch it. And this is it. You're just gonna take your time, let it stretch slowly. All right, we're getting close, so I'm gonna get my pizza peel ready. So I'm using just whole wheat flour. And what I'm doing here is I just want a good amount on my peel. The last thing you want is all this work you've done to have your pizza stick to your peel. So now that it's getting pretty stretched, I'm gonna move it over to this peel. So I will stretch it beyond the edges a bit. There we go. And you see how that's covering this entire peel. This is the size that I want. All right, so now for the homemade pizza sauce. All right, good. Just make sure it's nice and even. I think we're good. All right, this one, we're gonna do pesto pizza.
Fresh mozzarella too.
And I'm just gonna put pieces of this around. I think that's good for now. We're gonna add the pesto. And again, you can put whatever you want. This is what my daughter likes. I like to just put dollops. Okay, next we have green onions here somewhere. Chopped green onions. They're not very finely chopped because we don't want them to burn. Let's give this a little shake. See how that moves easily? That's a good sign. That's what you want. You want to make sure your pizza is free. All right, now I'll show you the next trick. Okay, when you put it in the oven, this is how you're really gonna shape it. Put it in the back of your stone, and I'm just sort of jiggling it and looking. You see how that side came off? That's too wide there. Okay, this has been, I don't know how long, 5, 6 minutes. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, it's done.
Done? Good enough? Okay.
Done enough. It's pretty good.
It's a little oblong, but yeah, it's all good.
Looks very good.
It's homemade pizza, man. The dough has some pull to it, right? It's crispy, but it's chewy. It's really good.
Let's call the kids.
Anyone can make this. I think the key is the bread flour. I also used reverse osmosis water. So I want to make sure that the water is not a factor. And a lot of love. Put the love into it. Take your time. Just mozzarella and pepperoni. We have a lot of fresh mozzarella, so I'm not going to go too heavy on the shredded one. Now this is low moisture mozzarella from Costco. Nothing fancy. It's still awesome. Trust me. Yeah, really soft, so. It's New York style pizza, man. Let's do the shake test. Just make sure it's lined up at the back edge. Check both sides. Make sure you're not overhanging. I'm just sort of jiggling it off. Make sure that front doesn't go over. This one looks really good.
This is the pepperoni.
The pepperoni, look at that char is
Wow.
awesome. I love that char. You always forget something. My wife's fresh oregano. Just a little bit of that oregano since it's fresh. Homemade pizza, you can do it. You hear that crunch? Okay. Crushed red chili peppers, some granulated garlic powder.
Homemade pizza. Better than any restaurant.
Much better. No bromides, no, I don't know what they put in commercial stuff, but this is homemade. You know exactly what went into it, right? That pie is almost
The
over.
pie is almost over, the first pie.
That was done like 5 minutes ago. Who hot?
Be careful.
Look at that crust. It's so good.
The air bubble.
I should take a bite. You hear the crunch, but it's still kind of chewy. Look at that. It's like a sourdough bread.